I'm doing my starter test on Fred's R100RT. So I have jumper cables hooked up to the battery, positive negative post, and I have the jumper cables, which are a bit overkill for a motorcycle, hooked up to the starter ground, which is anywhere on the case here, and this terminal on the starter itself. I also have a jumper wire on this terminal. You can see this. And I'm going to touch the terminal in the back. There's a little tab in the back. And I'm going to touch this and then watch the starter solenoid press out here. So here we go. And we got nothing. So I tested the solenoid, which is the small terminal, the small blade terminal, and I'm bypassing this connection, the big connection, and I'm just going to the small one, and I'm getting nothing. So that tells me the solenoid's bad. And to test the starter motor itself, I go to this other connector that's connected to the back side of the starter, so the solenoid to the back side. And that tells me the motor is running if this spins. See how it's spinning? But the solenoid has to push that gear out, you know, to be fully functioning. So the starter motor itself is functioning, but the solenoid is not. So I have the starter all cleaned up, and I unstuck the solenoid. Just kind of worked around it with some Croil and electronic cleaner and pulled the solenoid out and back, put it all together, and now we're going to test it. It's all back together, all cleaned up in the ultrasonic cleaner. So we have the battery hooked up, positive and negative, and I have the negative ground terminal on the ground of the starter, which is hooked up to this side of the solenoid. And I have the positive red terminal on the big post. And I have this jumper that I'm going to jump to the small post underneath. So I'm going to jump this, and we're going to watch the... There it goes.